Hello and welcome to another episode of the Electric Norwegian. I'm Mats and this is Robert.
Hello, people.
This is a Model X. I know, I've tested one before. It's in the archives if you want to go back and look at it. That's 2 years ago. A lot have happened with the Model X since then. And besides, Robert haven't tested one, so it was a good excuse if you ever need one to test drive one. And forgotten how huge this thing is inside. And it has another relevance as well. We just had a quick test of the XPeng G3 and I said it was a watered down Model X. So let's see if that still holds after today. My whole point with the XPeng was very simple. It's because it has the same kind of huge windscreen and huge screen and infotainment system, and there's so many similarities between the two cars. And that still stands. At least I think so. What do you think, Robert?
It's a very bright car. It's Robert approved to get in and out, and it opens the door for me.
Yep.
So it's a good car. As you said, I haven't been inside the Model X before, so I've been looking forward to this.
It has a heated steering wheel. The 3 has not. Oh, sweet lord. We have a problem. It's queue time. Model is complete chaos, in fact. We're at 92%. We're at, what did I say, 480 something kilometers.
85.
And this is a Model X long range. So it's not a performance, but of course that doesn't stop it from being stupidly quick, probably. I must say, I don't miss the instrument pinnacle in my daily driving. Then that's one of the really nice things about the Model 3 is that it has a low window line so you can see everything, but you sit so absurdly high up here that you just lord above everything else and crossovers and everything, so you still see a lot, really. This is just such a massive car. It's huge. I know it's not huge in American standards and that you have your Suburbans and stuff are even bigger. But for European roads, well, you don't really need anything bigger than this. It would even do if you toss all the seats out, too nice as a van. You can see signs. That's the new computer after all. I must say a big thank you to Tesla Sarpsborg who have lent us this car. So this is the new Raven update with the new shock absorbers. What else is new? Lots of things. The sound deadening is supposed to be more quiet. And I think we've been driving a lot of other. It has now competition. It didn't have 2 years ago. Now it has the e-tron, the Jag, the Merc. And so
the XPeng.
The XPeng doesn't really. This is a different league, a different price league, definitely.
Yeah, but it's still size-wise something like this.
This is the XPeng is much smaller than this.
Yeah. Okay then.
It's kind of his little brother or distant cousin, maybe. The design ethos is very much the same, though I grant you that. Where's my heat? There it is. This screen is just so big. It's absurd.
You can almost see all of Sarpsborg in one screen.
Yeah. What do you think of the noise in here? Traffic and everything.
Okay. I don't have much to complain about the slow noise panel. How far back are we going? Oh my god. Okay. I have to say something. This is the most legroom I think I have ever had in one car. Okay.
This is a big car.
Okay, now I feel it's very far. Well. Nej. 1971.
Well,
Ja.
it sort of works.
Yeah.
I mean, you can move this seat a bit forward. There's not much space left in the back, but yeah, it works ish. Sort of. The back seat, of course, is not an issue at all because you have tons of room. Even now, with wet and slightly icy roads, it just stabs on forward. And the buttons on the steering wheel, the little ones, they have different tactile feel now and feel much more quality than they did before. They're less plasticky, as it were. Same with the wheel. Strangely enough, they don't have the same wheel here that they do in the Model 3. The thing with the touchscreen is that you have to sort of stretch a little bit to reach it. I don't have that problem in my Model 3, but of course, most of the things you do either by voice command or you have the buttons on the steering wheel. And I must say the sound system here is better. There's more deep bass here than this in the Model 3. Probably because the car is open, there is not a closed off trunk area or something. And they have reduced the tire noise quite a lot. Still wind noise, as it were, but you know, not quite. This isn't quite on the level of the e-tron and the Mercedes and the Jag. It's probably it's more quiet than the Jag, I think. It's been a while since I drove it though. But this is a brilliant car, and now with the Hardware 3 computer autopilot and the smooth things it does now, it's become so good. And the suspension here, it's really nice. If you have the room for it and the money. Do I need a Model X? Not really, but I would really love to have one, simply because it's a very nice place to be. And since last time I drove one, they've done a lot of little updates. The only color that makes the Model X look good is actually red. Other than that, it can be a little bit bland and slightly boring. And I do fit in the back in where in the third row, just barely, but I can fit at least. In the front there is more space that you probably know what to do with. It's just huge. And that's great. Even after all these years on the market, one should think that 17-inch screen looks old. No, it still doesn't look old, and there's still nothing on the market that looks quite like it either. Even though, of course, the competition have bigger and bigger screens, and you have different takes on the whole screen thing. This is a unique setup, and there's nothing else that really looks like it. Nice interior. The seats are very nice. I want these seats in my Model 3 actually, because they have some side support in them, and they're relatively soft. I have no idea what generation seats these are. I have absolutely none. I don't really care either. They're good, and that's what's important. So we're now doing 238 watt-hours per kilometer, which is fine. It's a big car, this, and it's heating up a lot of air, literally. It's about 1 degree outside or something like that, so it's not exactly steaming outside either. You don't really feel the fact that this is 2.5 tons of car. It's almost, what is that, 4,000 or 5,000 pounds? You don't really feel that. And it's just the effortless power of this thing. You don't get that in your diesel SUV. No matter how big the diesel engine is. If you absolutely want an SUV, you could do worse than choosing this one. You really could. It's because if you don't want a Tesla, and that's fine, you have alternatives as well. Are they better? Well, they're different. And that's what we need, more choices. But if you want the most efficient and the quickest, it's still, well, it's still the king. It's not the sports king, because that's Jag. And it's not as comfy as the Mercedes. But it uses less energy than any of them, and it goes further, and it goes faster, and it charges. Well, it doesn't charge as fast as the e-tron, but it charges faster than the EQC. That's for sure. I think that's it, everybody. Go back to the service center again. Be safe. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.